Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Launcher's Brake Pedal Arca series here in Original Rebels. And I'm Eddie Smith on the Rebel Racing Network. And with tonight, we're going to hit the high banks of Atlanta. A little sad, a little disappointed because this track is no longer in. It doesn't exist. They have changed it to some super speedway, and I can't believe it. But tonight, we're going to relive the glory of the Arca car, which is like the early 2000s Cup car on Atlanta. The abrasive surface tire wear is going to mean everything, and we are already gridding up, getting ready to get this show underway. Let's go ahead and bring up the grid now. Let's go through it. Adam Lang with the Chuck Pegleg Pole Award. Congratulations to Adam Lang as he takes home the pole. Barely though. Charles Stevens starting second, right behind him. Andy Kurtz starting third. David Necula starting fourth. Jacob Ellingson starting fifth. Spencer Gay starting sixth. Brandon Pollock starting seventh. Dave Jones starting eighth. Jesse Necula starting ninth. And round out your top 10 is Travis Beaver. Mickey Isaac, Tyler Rice 11th and 12th. 13th, Chuck Pegleg Phelps. Aaron Adcock. Michael Morrison, Josh Oswald. Eric Burkhalter. Charlie Gates Jr. Steven Gibson and Josh Logan's bringing up the top 20. Josh Smith starting 21st. Jason Warren starting 22nd. Jonathan Cofield starting 23rd. 24th is Stephen McDonald. Josh Smith starting 21st. 25th is Garrett Kender. Greg Barnett starting 26th. 27th, Matt Clemens. Phil Hitman Monzo starting 28th. Gene Watkinson starting 29th. 30th, William Griffith. And 31st, Full Send Ray Page. So 31 cars here tonight as we are already on the track, getting ready to go green. Adam Lane going to send us down into turn one, and I'm excited to see how these guys are going to attack this track tonight and and who's going to be able to save the most tires. It's extremely abrasive. These cars are usually set up a little bit tight. You never really know what kind of setup you're going to get. But tire saving is going to mean everything. So who can balance the speed versus tire saving? If you're down in the back of the pack, you can't really save that much. You got to get up there, get into the thick of things. But I think we're going to see a good show tonight. I cannot wait to see who's able to pull this one out. But getting ready to go green here. Pace car going to take that left turn onto pit road. Waiting on the flag man to give us the green, and green flag is out. Good start by both the front row drivers. Charles Stevens hanging on that outside. That outside in Atlanta in turn one's actually really fast to see if he's willing to use it, or is he going to just kind of get down to the bottom. I think he's going to stay high, and that's going to allow Andy Kurtz to get up through there. Andy Kurtz running the Xfinity Series tonight was extremely fast, so he definitely has the experience, a little bit of maybe a little bit of a leg up on some of these guys, as he has run a full 125 laps in the Xfinity car, and they are very, very similar in how they drive and deal with tires. So Charles Stevens, though, looking strong on the high line, going to jump down to the bottom. Not woo, and he pushes up just a little bit. So you can already tell guys he had a huge run, was going to try to use it. Oh, we got somebody down. It's like Tyler Rice spinning down the back stretch. Oh, just a little bit of a kiss. No yellow flag just yet. But Tyler Rice sitting on the back stretch, backing it up, going to get back going. No caution. iRacing not really throwing any cautions here lately. I don't know what's going on with that, but that has been a trend. So I don't know if they've changed the protection or whatever. Usually if you spin down off the racing service, you're not going to get a caution anymore. But so far, Adam Lang doing what he needs to do to hang on to that lead. Just how much tire is he going to save? As you see, guys will be able to use all the track tonight. You'll be able to use the bottom, the middle, the upper lane. A lot of different ways to make passes. That's why we love Atlanta. A lot of emphasis on that right foot. You know, if you only got a left leg, you know, hey, look, 2020, I'm woke. I know, No disrespect to anybody with no right leg. If you're using your left foot, we'll just pretend it's your left foot. Charles Stevens making a look down to the inside. Gonna try. Adam Lane probably gonna get the run off the corner off that top side, and he does, and that's gonna bring Andy Kurtz along with him. So we got a great battle up here. See Charles Stevens trying to drive it down in there, and it's gonna slide up, and caution is out. Don't know what happened. Let's see if we can go back. Michael Morrison, Eric Burkhalter involved. See Eric Burkhalter sitting sideways on the track. Car doesn't look that damaged. Oh, but Michael Morrison, he definitely looks like he's got a little bit of damage. That poor right front is gone. This is what it looked like on Apollo 13 when they got away from the lunar module and looked at it, saw where it blew up. That's what Michael Morrison's car looks like, as he is struggling to get down to pit road. Let's go back and see what happened, if we can. We'll actually go back and slow that down a little bit, as you see some contact there between the 71 and 21. It's hard to say right there. Maybe thought he was clear, maybe just misjudged. Maybe thought Burkhalter was going to go all the way up. You see Lokovitz down there in that 79 car. And, oh, Josh Oswalt barely making it through that. Very, very close. Charlie Gates Jr., oh, my goodness, Steven Gibson as well. So those guys very, very close. But Michael Morrison already in trouble. So you're going to come down and get that fast repair. And we got quite a few people on pit road. Eric Burkhalter coming down pit road. Josh Lokovitz missing that right front tire. Good grief. So everybody involved in that is going to come down and get 4 tires. Probably not a bad thing. I think we have maybe 4 sets of tires in the pits total. So one fast repair, and already on lap 7, we got quite a few people who might have used it. Definitely Michael Morrison will use it. Josh Lokovitz as well. Well, I say that. I wonder if this is one of those deals where he didn't have it checked, and boy, that's going to be a tough deal, because he's going to have to wait out any required if he didn't have his fast repair checked. And sometimes what they do, everybody pretty much does this, is just to make sure you don't accidentally use it for scraping the wall or something, you uncheck it. And I wonder if he forgot to check it back, because he is still sitting on pit road, and he is definitely doing some repairs, and I'm sure most of it's required. So that's a tough deal for him, as he will eventually get that, but just depending on how many required repairs he'll have to sit through. Disappointing. Under our first caution of the night, should be getting the 1 to green here. And, this season has been a lot of fun so far. We're only 5 races in. We've got all different winners every week. William Griffith, of course, was able to win in Daytona with a very exciting run there. Andy Kurtz wins at Michigan. Kyle Martinson takes home the win at Gateway. And then Josh Oswalt last week wins at Phoenix. So we've got all kinds of winners right now. Brandon Wallace holding down the top spot in the point standings, only by one point though over Jonathan Cofield. And Cofield definitely has shown a lot of speed in this series, and he is right now running in 20th place. So looking to see Cofield make his way towards the front. He's been doing it almost every week. So I expect to see him up there. I expect to see Brandon Wallace. Where's Brandon Wallace? Oh, Brandon Wallace is out tonight. I think he's watching in chat. Well, dadgummit, we hate to see that, Brandon. Sure do miss you. Definitely going to give up that point lead, though. Getting ready to go back green. After our first caution that included Michael Morrison, Josh Slokovitz, and Eric Burkhalter. But we are getting ready to go back green. Pace car pulls off. Adam Lane going to get a great start. That's super important when you're leading like this. And so far, a really, really great start. Andy Kurtz drives it down in there. Jacob Ellingson going to follow as well. Runs under the 88 machine. Charles Stevens. That 27 car already up 2 spots. Had some people last week upset he may not be on the broadcast, and this is how you get on the broadcast, guys. You move up front, make passes, and work your way to the front, make moves. And there he is. Trying to run down our leaders. Starting to look on the inside of Andy Kurtz. You see, we got all kinds of racing action going on. Let's go back to pack and see what we got. Josh Oswald missed that wreck earlier, but he's got Jonathan Cofield on his outside. Cofield making his way to the front up 6 spots. Jason Warren up 11, Garrett Kinder up 12. Both of those drivers electing not to qualify. But right now it's battle here for 17th place. Cofield was able to complete that pass in Greg Barnett. And that Zippo Dodge. Just an abomination that Dodge is. But a good looking scheme other than that. As, man, I tell you what. It's like a little roadblock up here, guys. There's nowhere to go. Seems like early on that top side doesn't really want to work. It seems like the bottom in the middle seems to be the fastest so far. You can see Chuck up there on that high side, just not able to really make use of it yet. Maybe it'll get better towards the end of a run when that bottom starts to give way. But so far, it seems like it's not the place to be. Check in on Jason Warren up here. Jason Warren said he wasn't going to race tonight, but probably a little bit of encouragement from other drivers got him in the race, apparently. Good thing, because if you're going to pick and choose what race you're going to run, man, Atlanta and the Arca car, it's hard to turn that down. What we got going on back here? Got a whole heap of cars. Got Aaron Adcock, Cofield making his way up to the front. Josh Smith, Dave Jones, just a cluster of cars here as people are trying to maneuver their way through traffic. Seems like passing is something that can be done. So that's a good sign. I'm actually going to refresh. Oh, Josh Smith cuts down in front of Greg Barnett, and man, a very, very close deal there. Let's refresh these paint schemes. I feel like I'm seeing a lot of iRacing schemes. Let's get those fixed. That way, guys, their hard work, their paint schemes get shown off here. Looks like I had some of them, but not all of them. And that looks like the case because I see Dave Jones and his White Castle machine popping in here. Don't know why Trade Paints does that. We'll load half of them, but not all of them. Speedway. And great racing going on back here. Is Josh Oswald able to clear the 10 White Castle car. We'll change up here at the front. We'll kind of go and cover as Charles Stevens able to make his way around Jake Ellingson. And right now, Jesse Nekula working on the inside as well. Jesse Nekula pushing up a little bit in the middle of 3 and 4. It's like Jake may have cut him a little bit of a break there. But you start to see the tire difference. You saw Jacob Ellingson making a move there early on, passing a couple cars, and now starting to move backwards a little bit. I think that's something you learn on the first run. You want to know, let's try a couple things, see how it goes. And you know, the first little run here, it didn't work out. I kind of lost. You adjust on the next set of tires, and you try to improve on it. Is Spencer Gay way up high, trying to hold off 32 machine Jason Warren. We got battles all over the track. A little bit of smoke. I don't know where that came from. Might have been a ghost. Look at Brandon Pollock in the Steve Park #1 machine, trying to track down Mickey Isaac. Brandon dropped back a few spots, probably just trying to save his tires and be smart with it. So drop, like I said, he started 7th, dropped back to 12th, but looks like he's headed forward again. Yellow flag is out. Well, I'm trying to find the source of Chuck Pegleg Phelps. Looks like he's slow. Let's see what happened if we can figure that out. Chuck up against the wall. Number 12, Mr. Plowcar, living up to his name. Didn't like anything intentional, obviously. Looks like he was having a little nose there, and then gets a little bit of that apron, which pushed him up a little bit, unfortunately. Chuck trying to get a wide arc there, and Griff trying to make his way up under there. Just clips that apron a little bit, and when he does that, it pushes that car up into Chuck. Fortunately, this net code has gotten ridiculous, and so it was super close. A lot of net code there, but definitely not what Chuck wanted. But pit road is wide open as everybody's coming down now as we are 23 laps in. Definitely want to come down and get 4 tires, fill up with fuel. Assuming I know how these races are normally set up, I would imagine that we might be good on fuel from here on out. But cautions come back out, and Andy Kurt's going to win the battle off pit road, going to beat Adam Lang. Jesse Nekula right behind them, so change in the lead. That's big. I mean, it's definitely hard to pass sometimes, especially if you're equal, trying to make passes here. And so Andy Kurtz comes out with the lead. You see the rest of the field piling out. And Chuck Pegleg coming around. And poor Michael Morrison still sitting on pit road. We'll go ahead and give him an award. Michael Morrison going to get the P&J Hard Luck Award, having that fast repair unchecked and still sitting on pit road. Been on there about 12 and a half minutes now. Really, really frustrating. As you see William Griffith coming down, he is a lap down, so come down and get his repairs. And I've got to start looking, try to find me a best paint. I see a lot of paints that look at, you know, people run the same paints every week. Some people like to change it up. Kind of like that Tasmanian Devil scheme. I'll award it at the end of the race. That way I have a chance to look at a lot of people. But that's a pretty neat little scheme there. I like that. This Arca series has gotten really, really interesting this season as they have unlocked. It used to be where you have to be 1500 I rating or lower, sort of a beginner series, and this season they have removed that cap and allowed guys to run these races. Now there is a limit, so if you're a past champion or of any series, you can only run a select 4 races. Um, and it's just a way of keeping this series competitive. That way, there's not, you know, 1 or 2 people just dominating. And I think it's definitely set it apart as a series that is got a lot of parity. A lot of guys have a lot of chances to win. It definitely every week you don't really know who's going to be able to pull off the win. Andy Kurtz definitely just really, really good in these cars. Adam Lang's really good. Jacob Ellingson's really good in these cars. If he can just keep his car straight, stay out of trouble, I mean, he is definitely a threat to win some of these races. And he'll get one eventually if he can just ever just get over that hump of finishing a race. I think he'll definitely get that done. But we got guys all throughout this field who can win races. So it wouldn't surprise me if anybody wins tonight. I don't think there'll be any surprises. We do miss Alan Wernicke. Don't know the story about him. Maybe this is not a race he was interested in running, but I definitely like to see him in these cars. Definitely knows how to put it on show. All right, getting ready to go back green, lap 25. Second caution down. Hopefully our last will run it all the way to the end. Andy Kurt's going to lead us down this time. Gets a nice little restart. Highline we saw it tonight in the Xfinity Series. That Highline really, really tough on a restart. Really slick. As, oh my goodness, Travis Beaver stuck in that Highline. Not sure what happened to him. Maybe didn't get through the gears fast enough, but he, excuse me, got up out of the way. But a scary moment there as he's going to drop back a bunch of spots. Able to get it wound up, working that high line. Garrett Kinder, that big Fred Kinder Farm and Ranch. Kinder Farm and Ranch sponsoring all of Original Rebels Rewind. So anytime you see us rewind and go back to a wreck, that's a record rewind. Ooh, we see that back end of that 13 coming out. He is definitely leaning on. Let's go on board with him. Let's watch him. Definitely see how you have to be on the throttle, just patient. Got to be careful, got to work that throttle. You got to get the car to rotate, but you don't want to over-rotate and end up spinning out. So he's trying to have as much on throttle time as possible without losing it off the corner, and you'll lose all your momentum if you let it slip. These guys putting on the show right now. Love this track. Can you imagine the thought process of looking at this track and looking at all the races that we have? We got a big old battle back here. Oh my goodness. A lot of drivers. You got Cofield, Josh Smith, Greg Barnett going to push up into Jesse Deckler. That's going to push him wide at the exit of the corner. Travis Beaver right behind him as well. As, man, these guys are really jockeying for position. But can you imagine seeing all the races that we've had here, seeing the race that you see on iRacing as we're 3 wide back here almost. Travis Beaver just backs out of it. But seeing this track going, you know what, we need to repave it. And but but when we repave it, we're going to just completely screw it up and make it into Daytona, mini Daytona. I can't imagine that being my thought process. So I may be wrong, and most of us may be wrong. We may get there and it'd be the best ever we've ever seen, but man, I just can't imagine taking the best racing, having some of the best finishes ever in NASCAR, and just completely refiguring. I mean, they did the same thing with Auto Club. You take that track and turn it into a short track, which I am excited about. Still put on some really good racing. That's the beauty about iRacing, is that you'll have this track on here forever, so we won't lose it completely. It's Greg Barnett up 12 spots where he started. You see a lot of drivers trying to make their way through here. Aaron Adcock in the Poman Motorsports 23 car. That's a good-looking car. Peek inside, maybe thinking about taking 3 wide. As we're almost halfway, just a couple laps short of halfway, and they got to get going. But missed the battle for the lead. We'll go back and actually watch that. That way, I don't want any passes for the lead missed. But Adam Lang out front. Let's go back and watch, see how he did it. On the outside, gets a great run off of turn 3 and 4. Able to get that run down the front stretch. And we'll watch and see. Andy Kurtz just lets him go, basically. And what a power move on the outside, making it work. Andy Kurtz not going anywhere, though. He is going to hang on to that back bumper. You got Jacob Ellingson still there. So after that pit stop, got those tires changed out. Jacob back in the hunt. So if he can save these tires. Last run, he kind of fell back a little bit. So see if he can save them a little bit better this time. And try to jump up there and get that lead. Let's go to these static cameras for a little bit. Watch these cars. You got somebody in the wall. They're able to get it wrapped up. Look at all the racing that we got going all over the track. I mean, they're fanned out 2 or 3 wide almost everywhere. I mean, there's racing going on all over the track. It's going to be hard for me to focus in on just one battle at a time. I really like this camera view because I can see everything. Watching this battle back here in 14th place. Travis Beaver trying to move his way back up towards the front after whatever happened on that initial restart. He lost a ton of positions, got up on the outside, and is now having to work his way back up towards the front. Don't know what happened to Garrett Kinder unless he just kind of got passed up by Jason Warren, because Jason Warren, I'll tell you what, he is on the move and he is getting with it. As he has run down 3rd place here and starting to put a little pressure here on Jacob Ellingson. What they call it, El Sing Song. See Andy Kurtz up there trying to take the lead back from Adam Lang. Jason Warren taking a peek down to the inside, just trying to, you see kind of jump down there at the last minute and then got on the brake. It's kind of like a, see if you could maybe make somebody make a mistake or just see what they will do. If I jump down there real quick, what's he going to do? And you saw Jacob definitely going to defend that bottom line. So you kind of figure out, how am I going to pass this guy? Maybe work on the outside a little bit and come up with a different way. Oh, Adam Lang in the wall. Our leader gets into the wall there, going into the corner, and he is, he's going to lose a ton of spots. That's, you don't want to do that. And he gets in the wall again. Luckily, it's not the trucks, because the trucks, your left rear tire would fall off. He's going to drop all the way back to 7th place. And assuming there's no damage, going to have to work his way back up to the front. He's already in trouble with Andy Kurtz. So he's going to have to get the car calmed down, get back up there. But right now, your new leader, Andy Kurtz, in the 2001 Daytona Dale Jr. Baseball Bud scheme. See Mean Gene pull down in that Pepsi car, get out of the way for the leaders. Stephen Gibson showing he crashed. And there, yep, caution does come out. Stephen Gibson goes around. Looks like a little bit of damage on that left side. Let's see if we can go back and find out what happened to him. Oh, yeah, gets a little bit of help, maybe. Can't really tell who that is. It says the 188. That's David Necula. Going down to the corner, and Stephen Gibson washes up the track a little bit, and it looks like David trying to kind of move up as well, and they just kind of got together, and Gibson goes around, does good lick there, and you see that left front tire wobble around. That's never good. Nobody else involved, so just a one-car accident, really, but all right, pit lane is wide open. Everybody coming down pit road. Andy Kurtz able to win that battle off pit road last time around. Let's see if he's able to do it again. Kind of really stunk for Adam Lang as that happened after he fell back. So Andy Kurtz going to win the battle off pit road. And a nice little battle there for third as Jacob Ellingson is going to win that battle. Garrett Kinder and Jason Warren come out with Charles Stevens coming out fifth. And that's your top five right now as it stands. As I'll tell you what, you got to admire the Michael Morrison a little bit. See, I think he's still sitting. No, he's on track. He got back on track. So after 12 minutes, he got that fast repair, was able to get back on track. Multiple laps down, though. Let's see how far back he is. 15 laps down, so most likely out of it, but good on him for sticking it out. Ray Page already out of the race. Well, let's go through your top 10. Well, let's go through the field if we can. Try to get as many drivers before we go back green. Andy Kurtz, we already talked about top 5. Let's jump into position number 6. That's Jesse Necula. 7th, Tyler Rice. Spencer Gay in 8th. Adam Lang dropping back to 9th place. Jonathan Cofield on his way towards the front has made up 13 spots and is in 10th. Brandon Pollock in 11th. Mickey Isaac in 12th. Travis Beaver 13th. Aaron Adcock in 14th. Josh Smith in 15th or 16th. Charlie Gates probably 15th. Greg Barnett in 17th. Josh Lokovitz in 18th. 19th is Eric Burkhalter. David Necula rounds out your top 20. Josh Oswald's 21st. Matt Clemon 22nd. Steve McDonald running 23rd. Phil Hitman Monzo. Pretty cool little scheme there. I like that. Damn it. Every time I say there's a nice scheme, I look down. There's the Jet signature down there somewhere. I guess I'm a fan. Chuck Pegleg, after that incident, has got back on the lead lap and is running 25th. A little ways to go, but he can definitely make it up through there. Dave Jones in 26th. Stephen Gibson in 27th, and Gene Watkinson up here in the thick of things in 28th. So I think he's got to go to the back, and he is doing that right now, maybe. Oh, 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 oh. A little close call there as Gene trying to get situated. Got Michael Borson getting the, looks like a lucky dog. But ready to go back green. Andy Kurtz, Jack Ellingson, your front two. As only 24 laps to go, so we are getting down towards the end of it. Who is going to win this race? And we're calling this race the Geowgia 100. And Andy Kurtz with a great jump there. Kind of catches Ellingson sleeping just a little bit. As Garrett Kinder actually going to get position on Ellingson going down into turn one. And Ellingson kind of just that restart really hurting him. As now he's about to lose third place. Jason Warren gets loose down on the bottom, gets on the apron, gets those left side tires on the apron, and he is going to be off the pace there. Hopefully everybody can navigate around him before he gets up to speed. But Jason Warren making his way all the way up into the top 5, and then gets a little bit loose, so he's going to have to do it again, but he can definitely do it. Garrett Kinder, though, running second. As Andy Kurtz has pulled a nice little gap. He's going to have to get with it and get gone because these guys are coming. Tyler Rice has some sort of issue, it looks like. Maybe got in the wall. It's definitely slow on the backstretch. So a lot of action going on. It's hard to keep up with it all. As looks like Tyler Rice maybe had gotten in the wall. Really can't see. Trying to see that right side. Yeah, you can definitely see a little pancake on that right side. Going back up to the lead, Garrett Kinder running down Andy Kurtz. See a battle here. Charles Stevens and Jacob Ellingson battling it out. Battling it out for third here. I mean, this is a podium spot. Ellingson going to go down and spin out Charles Stevens. Charles Stevens with a great recovery, though, able to hang on to it. Jonathan Cofield going to go down to the bottom. And they're going to be 3 wide here as that was a close call. And, boy, it made a huge group of cars here as those two get together. See that last 20 lap aggression coming out as Jacob Ellingson trying to maybe do a little crossover or something, gets to the back bumper of Charles Stevens. But what a great save that Stevens had. And, racers have long memories. Probably not going to forget about that. Man, wow. Look at this group of cars. That kind of bottled them up. Let's go out front. We got a battle for the lead. Garrett Kinder looking to the inside. Andy Kurtz gives way, but he's going to try to get a run similar to what Jake did. Gets right to his bumper, maybe try to get him loose a little bit. That may have been what happened to Charles Stevens. Spencer Gay down on the apron. But new leader, 13, 24 spots from where he started. Garrett Kinder going to take the lead with 18 laps to go. But I can tell you right now, Andy Kurtz, smart race car driver. He knows when to let somebody go and when to fight them. I think he did that earlier as, man, Garrett Kinder gets out front. That car balance really changed, gets a little bit loose. Andy Kurtz all over the back bumper of it. It's a 2-car race right now. Let's go on board with Andy as we watch this battle. Getting a nice run off that middle line. Going to peek out to the outside. Garrett Kinder going to hold the bottom. Trying to work that bottom side, Garrett Kinder is, but you see sliding through the corner. They're both having to lift off the corner just to make sure that those rear tires don't come out from under them. But a nice little battle here. It's Andy Kurtz trying to run him back down. But so far, 13 is your leader, and we got a battle for third here as Charles Stevens and Jonathan Cofield. Jonathan Cofield finally making his way up here into the top 3. Man, what a gaggle here. As these cars are all over each other. We got somebody going around. Oh, almost went around. Greg Barnett and Josh Lokovitz get together, and it looks like that right front is damaged in Greg's car as he is up against the wall. He's trying to get it off the wall. You can see that car, the front end bumping a little bit. We're still under green, but he has definitely got some damage. You see that right, the camber is really messed up on that right front. So the car's not going to drive well. You see him running into the wall. Might be trying to get sort of an itchy leg here. I don't know. Let's go back up front. Front 2 still running the same. Jonathan Cofield was able to clear Charles Stevens, so he's up to third. Going to need a little bit of help, I think, with 14 laps to go. But he is running fast laps, though. Let's see this time by what he's running compared to the leaders. About the same, so all the top 3 running pretty similar. We'll see. Oh, and Jacob Ellingson goes around. A big wreck here. Jesse Nicola, Josh Smith, Travis Beaver, Adam Lang, and they're still piling in as, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Matt Clement gets spun out again as, my good grief. They're still piling in. It's like Blues Brother. Here comes Charlie Gates. He's going to slide in and get a little piece of it. I'd be careful if I was coming through here. Chuck Pegleg's like, hell, I'm going to get out of here. Y'all crazy. As we got a massive wreck here with only 12 laps to go. So that's a big shakeup, especially in that top. I mean, we saw it coming. It was just so many drivers in one spot trying to park a whole field of cars in a couple parking spots. Let's go back and see what happened. Kind of go back through that. I think it started with Jacob Ellingson. Let's go on him and see what happened. Oh, Jason Warren just gets in there real hot. Let's go on board with Jason Warren and see if we can see maybe what that looked like from his point of view. As Jason, after almost spinning down the infield, trying to make up a little bit of time. I'm not real sure. I mean, everything looked normal, and then the 27 kind of. Let's go on board with the 27. Let's see if we can see what happened to him, because it definitely looked like he kind of checked up maybe a little bit more than normal. No, just trying to take it easy in the middle of the corner, and the 32 gets into the back of him. So. Man, what a wreck after the fact. His car's just continually piling in. Just bam, bam, bam. One right after the other. Good grief. Whew. Well, that was a lot to process. As a lot of guys are going to benefit from that, though, as that was a lot of the top 10. You got your normal top 4 here. I don't think we've had anybody decide to go down pit road, so I don't know if anybody's gone in and taken tires. I don't think so, but right now the top 3 is still the same. Garrett Kinder, Andy Kurtz, and Jonathan Cofield, and Charles Stevens 4th. But Aaron Adcock going to be a beneficiary along with Eric Burkhalter. Somehow Josh Oswald as well. I saw him in the middle of that. He comes out with a 7th place. So we got a lot of tore up race cars on pit road. Jason Warren sitting there Jacob Ellison has jumped out of his car. Mickey Isaac sitting on pit road. So I'm assuming a lot of guys came in and got their fast repair. Don't know about 4 tires. You know, I'm not really able to see how many people took tires there on that last pit stop. It's like maybe Matt Clement. Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to say. I think tires would be important. You know, if somebody was able to come down and get 4 tires, they may be sitting pretty, and we'll definitely know who it is right away, as they'll be just running these guys down. All right, got the 1 to go. We're going to have an 8-lap shootout, assuming there's no more cautions. And look, I'm going to be honest. Man, if we make it to the end, if we make a 8-lap shootout, I don't know. I'll buy something off the Intensity Broadcasting store. I'll buy an Alex V shirt. Green flag is out. Garrett Kinder going to lead us down. 8 laps to go. Who is going to bring home the win as all the cream is riding to the top as this group right up here is going to be rolling. Jonathan Cofield has worked his way through the field, but now he's got the toughest competition he's faced all night. So he is trying to work on the inside of Andy Curtis, but I tell you what, it's going to be tough. That high side, once you get rolling, is hard to beat, especially with someone like Andy behind the wheel. And he is looking forward to that 13, trying to figure out a way he can get a run on him. 13 didn't get away there on that last run, so I think we're going to see these guys sort of close up here as yellow flag is out. Thank goodness I don't have to buy an Alex V shirt. As we got another wreck going on back here. Lord have mercy, they're inside of each other. It's hot. Oh my gosh. William Griffith almost had to put the plow down on Travis Bieber. Bieber is limping around with that left front. Down a little bit on that Tasmanian Devil 114 machine. Well, let's go ahead as we get ready to rack them back up and go again. Let's go ahead and give out that paint scheme award, and it's going to go to bam, Hitman Monzo. Good looking Josh the Jet Oswald. Smil Race Design, best paint of the night. So good looking scheme, like it. Congratulations, Phil Hitman Monzo. Well, all right. Well, I don't have to buy anything off the Intensity Broadcast store, thank goodness. And as Charlie Gates going to come around and get the lucky dog. I was really hoping we'd see that go green because I think it was about to get really interesting as these guys don't have new tires on it. They last pitted on 41. So it's been a while. The Stephen Gibson, Josh Smith, these guys that are running 11th on back, they pitted on 56, but they only did a fast repair, maybe 2 tires. All of them really, really short pit stops. So I don't think we have any 4 tires though we do have somebody messing with me. Looked like they were going down pit road, but everybody gonna stay out now. Nobody's really gonna take the chance, especially now. That last pit stop, I may have, if I was running 10th or worse, maybe take that chance. But now, you definitely can't. You just don't have enough time. So Andy Kurt's gonna have to get a good restart here and try to stay with Kinder. It just seems like it takes second on back a little bit longer to get wound up than it does the leader, as he's got control of the restart. Of course, we really need to stay green as well to see it all play out. We will do 2 of these. So if they don't, and I'll check in just a second. I don't know if this is going to be a official one or a unofficial green-white checker. Still got a couple laps to go. So that should swap over to our first green-white checker. So we'll have 2 of them. To get it all settled. Well, who is going to bring home the win tonight in the Geowgia 100? We've already seen a lot of great racing tonight. Three wide, 2 wide racing. Guys all over the top of each other. We've seen some big wrecks because of that. We had one massive wreck on the back straightaway. A lot of cars involved, but the top few have been, other than Adam Lang, who he is running back in 19th. Other than that, everybody that's been up front is still there. So it's nobody's race for sure. I think Garrett Kinder's got a great opportunity here, being that he's going to be the lead car. But man, I tell you what, it can all change really quickly. Get a little bit loose off the corner, and all these cars come running back at you. But here we go. First green-white checkered attempt. Garrett Kinder gets a great jump there. Andy Kurt's not able to stay with him, but is able to clear in front of Cofield, which is important because you don't want to be battling somebody. They go down in the first corner. Andy Kurt's all over the back bumper. Has Cofield up high, maybe trying to get that wound up. But it's going to open the door here for Charles Stevens. Going to look down to the inside. But Garrett Kinder so far able to hang on to it. Cofield blinks out, though. That's scary. Andy Kurt's running that top side along with Cofield. Both of those guys really working that top lane, trying to get a good run. Didn't get a run maybe they thought, as caution is out. Gene Watkinson goes around, and we did not get the white flag. So we will do it all over again. Thought we had it in the books. See the 10 car get into the 111. Well, all right. Well, they have caught up to the pace car. We'll got one more attempt at the green-white checker, and then if a caution comes out again, that'll pretty much be done. That'll be it. Don't think we'll see any takers on pit road. It's definitely too late. lot of guys having good runs. Phil Hitman, Monzo, our Smeal Racing Designs paint scheme of the race, man, running ninth, up 19 spots, man. What a great run he's having. Chuck Pegleg, after that incident earlier, has rebounded and got himself back into the top 10. So guys who, like Chuck, who got into an incident, able to rebound, get themselves back into contention. Anything can happen up front. We've already saw that guys are so much on top of each other that anything could happen, and the track could just clog up, and you never know what can happen. So you got to stay with it. Well, I guess our Cebulski window tinting Mr. Irrelevant Award go to Ray Page, who joined the race, but never turned a lap. So he'll win the Mr. Relevant Award. All right, one to go. This will be it. If we don't settle it here, it's over. Eric Kinder able to get a great start that last time, but we saw Cofield and Andy Kurtz trying to get a run off the top side. Will they be able to do that again this time? Here we go. This is it to settle it. Next flag's going to end the race. Caution comes out, that will be it. If we take the white flag, we will run it all the way to the checkered. Pace car getting ready to head off. Garrett Kinder going to back him up just a little bit, try to get a good start. That worked out really good for him, because now Cofield going to, Andy Kurtz able to clear him there. Going down to the corner, Andy Kurtz going to look down to the inside. Eric Kinder holds up, opens up a gap there on the high side. Andy Kurtz going to work that inside, going to pull up next to Garrett Kinder. Kinder going to have that run maybe off the corner, and it looks like Andy got a little bit loose. Not able to hang on to, it's because the caution came out. Tyler Rice goes around. Back to see what happened to end that race. So frustrating. You see up at the front, Andy Kurtz on the inside. It was going to be a battle for the lead, but caution comes out, and that's going to seal the win for Garrett Kinder is going to win the race. Let me check, make sure. I think that is it. We'll wait for iRacing to give us the official word on it, though. And I may have been completely wrong. That first green-white checker may have been an unofficial one. Oh, and it was. Wow, so we do have one more green-white checkered. So the first one was a unofficial one, just happened to be the right amount of laps. And so we'll get another one, I believe. Yeah, pretty much that's what it's saying. So yeah, we'll get another shot at it. Hopefully these guys can keep it together. See Dave Jones coming around for the lucky dog. Well, I can tell you that more than anything, I want to see this thing go all the way to the end. Man, it was interesting to see Garrett Kendrick leave that bottom open, and Kurtz was able to get there. Had that caution not come out, I wanted to see what was going to happen there in 3 and 4. You know, if I can hold on to that top side, I feel really comfortable with it. I really don't want to be on the bottom with someone on my door trying to come off the corner. I feel like it can be so loose. So I want to see how they, you know, it may have not have been the best things, you know, the worst thing to have Kurtz on the inside versus the outside. Well, it is tense up here. I've said all that I can say. It's all up to the drivers to bring it home. Hopefully we can stay green to see this thing race itself out. I know Garrett Kinder didn't want to see that. He wants to see that caution fly immediately. Now, as these tires get a little bit old, this surface being a little abrasive, it's hot, it's sticky. Last pit, lap 41, and we are well past that. And over 6-7 laps over our scheduled run. Got to be careful about wheel spin. Especially if you're on the outside line, you definitely don't want to spin the tires. That'll pretty much be it. So definitely want to pay attention to that. Everything that you've done so far, if you're Andy Kurtz, Garrett Kinder, doesn't matter. You got to do it right this time. This is the most important one. This is the last one. We saw Andy almost before that caution came out. It was almost completely neck and neck with Garrett Kinder. So what's going to happen? Who is going to take home the victory tonight at Atlanta in the Arca Series? Who the hell knows? Let's get the standings out of the way as we try to watch all this race and not miss any of the action. As this is it. Caution comes out, it's over anyway. So let's see what happens here. Pace car goes off. Andy Kurtz is right there. He's going to slow roll him again and actually get to Andy a little bit. And Cofield going to be able to get a good jump there on the inside. Cofield going to jump up to the outside. He's going to try to rim ride around Garrett Kinder. Wide open, I'm sure, not lifting at all. Going to get down to his bumper. Garrett Kinder has got a lot of pressure on him right now as they go down the backstretch. 2 laps to go. Cofield all over the back bumper. Cannot make a mistake here as they are all over each other. Andy Kurt's going to go to the outside. Going to maybe try to take it 3 wide here for the lead. Cofield going to get to the back bumper of Kinder. You see, Adcock going to go around, but we should be able to run this out as they reckon Charles Stevens hard into the wall. We're still under green as we got to get a better camera for this, guys. Andy Kurt's going to settle in third, but he is on the roll. Who is going to be able to make it? Garrett Kinder going to hold on to that bottom side. Andy Kurt's going to run that top side. What's Cofield going to do here? Is he going to use the bumper? Goes to the outside, and we're going to have one of these Atlanta finishes side by side, 3 cars. But Garrett Kinder is going to take home the win in the Geowgia 100. What a fantastic race. And thankfully, we were able to finish that at the checker flag. What a battle, man. I'll tell you what. There's got to be a lot of respect there between those 3 drivers as Garrett Kinder did what he had to do. A little bit of games on those restarts, jumping them and then kind of slow rolling them, backing it down right before going. But all's fair. He's doing what he's got to do to win the race, I believe, and was able to hold off the charges from Cofield. Cofield being extremely clean and almost was able to get it there at the end. So imagine repaving this track and changing the configuration. I don't understand. I do not understand it. So but there you go. There you have it. We'll bring the standings back up. There's your top 10 there, and we'll go through the field real quick as we see where everybody finished. We already know the top 3. Eric Burkhalter with a great finish in 4th. Josh Smith finishes 5th. Adam Lang comes back, bounces back after that tough race, finishes 6th. Josh Oswald 7th. Stephen Gibson 8th. Phil Hitman Monzo, Charlie Gates Jr. and rounds out your top 10. Chuck Pegleg Phelps finishes 11th. Spencer Gay finishes 12th. Stephen McDonald finishes 13th. Josh Lokovitz finishes 14th. Dave Jones finishes 15th. Greg Barnett 16th. Brandon Pollock 17th. Matt Clement 18th. 19th, Charles Stevens Jr. You saw him get wrecked there on that last lap. Hard lick. But this is a game, so he is okay. Probably a little frustrated. Run up front all net race long, so a great race. Definitely nothing to hang his head about. Tyler Rice finishes 20th. David Necula 21st. Aaron Adcock getting spun there at the end as well, 22nd. Jesse Necula 23rd. Mickey Isaac 24th. 25th, William Griffith. 26th, Travis Beaver. 27th, Gene Watkinson. 28th, Michael Morrison. 29th, Jason Warren. 30th, Jacob Ellingson. And Mr. Irrelevant himself, Ray Page in 31st. Well, let's go ahead and get some of these interviews out of the way as we go ahead and give out the award for the Ray Cobb Hard Charger Award, and that does go to Garrett Kinder, 24 spots from where he started to take home the win tonight. But let's go ahead and get these interviews going as they are in the waiting room ready to go, and I'm ready to talk to them as that was pretty wild. Let's go ahead and talk to Andy Kurtz. Andy, this is Eddie in the booth. You got me?
Hey, Eddie, what's up?
Well, man, you had a great race, dude. You were up front all race long. There at the end, man, that caution before last, I got to know how disappointed are you that caution came out there, that last one, because you were inside Kinder and almost had it, and then on that last one, just not able to get there. So, man, go through your race, tell me about it. I want to hear about all of it, and then there at the end, um, with those last green white checkers.
Yeah. Well, the whole race was a ton of fun. It was great battling Adam, say in the beginning of the race. Definitely just wanted to save my tires, sort of just like the Xfinity race a little while ago. Just wanted to have that long run speed, and seemed to be working out like it was, gonna be there for me. But then yeah, so we had that caution there. Then yeah, it was super fun racing Kinder. That was a lot of fun. That green flag run where it was just him and I out there and battling, going back and forth. Yeah, then we got a couple cautions at the end. Kept lining them up and going for it. Then caution, and took a couple of years off my life going through that many times. But yeah, when I got to the inside of Kinder going down the backstretch, yeah, I thought I was there. I didn't really know what would happen on the inside of him in turn three. I really wanted to be on the outside, but regardless, it was an awesome race and awesome win by him.
All right, man. Well, yeah, a lot of fun to watch your race. It was I mean, you were up front all night. You were about the only one that was able to stay up there. Is everybody that was up there at the end came from the back, so you were, you're literally the only person that has finished anywhere around from where they started. So, started up front, you finished up front. It probably wanted to win, but come home third. It's still a great finish, and it was a really fun race. I mean, besides the where you finished, it was a blast, I'm sure, to get up there and battle with those guys. So, great finish, man. Who you want to thank? What shout outs, stuff like that.
Yeah, thank you. No, awesome job as always up in the booth. Gonna go rewatch it here. Yeah, want to thank everyone in this league again, for putting this on. Lot Rich Brake Pedals, Flexible Freight Solutions, Mule Racing Designs, Shibu Inu Crypto.
Well, all right, man. Well, there you have it. Third place, Andy Kurtz. Let's talk to Mr. Cofield, Jonathan Cofield. This Eddie in the booth. You got me.
Yes, sir.
Well, man, driving your way through the field, following Garrett Kinder the whole way, get up towards the front, man, just battling it out, and there at the end had a chance. What'd you need to get that win tonight? Is man just came up just a half a car short.
I needed to not start 30th. Had a EOL to start the race. Had to start in the rear, gently work my way up through the field, and just run out of time there at the end.
Well, what were you dealing with as you was coming up through the field, as far as the car and the track, and how was the setup feeling? How were you able to make passes and that type of stuff to be able to get yourself up into the front of the pack?
Just burning my tires up, running deep in the corner. All these guys are so good. The playing field is so equal. It's very hard to pass everybody, and I just caught some cautions in the right spot. Done good on pit road. That's about the only way I made up positions. I passed a few.
Well, I mean, you made it look easy. It looked like a lot of fun out there. So I mean, second place, uh, really really good race, man. A lot of fun to watch y'all there at the end, especially there on that last green white checkered. So close, but y'all put on a good show, man, and that was great. So, who you want to thank? Any shout out sponsors, anything like that?
Yes, sir. The Rebels Racing Network for putting the show on. Original Rebels Racing League, Rockridge brake pedals. It's an awesome series to run in. Cofield Asphalt Refinishing, Cofield Supply and Service. And I hope I made the 99 proud today. I didn't touch anybody.
10-4. All right, man. Well, congratulations. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, sir.
Well, there you go. Second place, Jonathan Cofield with a great finish, 24, 21 spots before he started, and man, he was getting with it. But not able to get past this guy, Garrett Kinder. Let's bring him into the booth. Garrett, this Eddie, you got me?
I got you, Eddie.
Man, well, I tell you what, man, that was impressive, man. You're like a surgeon. You're like a little Oklahoman surgeon, driving up through the field like that, in and out of cars, be able to keep your nose clean and get up to the front and just take it. And never really gave it back up. So kind of talk about your race, trying to make your way through the field, but and then trying to hold those guys off. As man, you had an onslaught of guys taking shots at you at the end.
Well, I'll tell you, just like I told them a second ago, it was a lot more fun working my way through the field than it was leading the race. As soon as I got in the lead, their cars got a lot bigger in my rear view mirror than I was expecting them to, and those cautions there at the end, kind of kept the field pretty close together, and got a lot of mix ups on the restarts there towards the end. But it was a lot of fun. You're exactly right. Just keep the nose clean and just kind of hanging out and see what works out. Uh, had a lot of fun. Me and Jason Warren, we both I think we started the race nose to tail, and we worked our way up, pretty far. And then I think he got loose down at the bottom. Then his race kind of torpedoed from there. But it was a good time. Big shout out to Cofield and Kurtz. Those guys, they ran a heck of a race. I want to give a special shout out to Charles Stevens. That dude, man, he can race, and it was fun trying to get around him. But it was just fun all the way through the field. It really was.
Yeah, it definitely looked like a lot of fun. I was definitely jealous up in the booth watching y'all race. Love Atlanta. It's so much fun to drive on an abrasive surface. But man, congratulations on the win. Um, I don't want to say you made it look easy, but you kind of did, man. You get up there and you just took the lead, and you never gave it back up. And you had, like I said, you had a lot of guys taking shots at you, but you're making Kinder Farmer Ranch proud tonight. So congratulations, man, on the win. Definitely a hard-fought win, and I think this would be one I'd be proud of. So congratulations. Who you want to shout out? Any sponsors?
Well, I'll go through my list first and go ahead and thank Kinder Farmer Ranch, just like you mentioned a second ago. Wouldn't be doing any of this stuff near as much as I am if it wasn't for having them around and having them support me the way they do. Same thing with Ratchet Speed Shop, just huge, just not only just support by sending text messages and stuff, but just when I go back home, just anything I need, anything that they can help me with, they do, and it's phenomenal. Big freaking Cross 5 cattle coolers. Big got Cross 5 cattle coolers across the hood of the car tonight, and it's a fun car to drive. So I'm glad we were able to get them to victory lane. Wolfpack Racing, Ray Page over there, of course, everybody over at Reaper Racing. Got to thank you up in the booth, Jason Lottridge and his fantastic brake pedals. Uh, Flexible Freight Solutions, Smill Racing Designs, Intensity, Chuck Pegleg Felts, Evil Empire, Thunderstruck, of course, Kinder Farm and Ranch. Thank them again for not only being one of my sponsors, but also a sponsor of the league. BK Motorsports, Cebulski Window Tinting. All the people that support the league in any way, shape, or form. It's because of y'all that we get to have these phenomenal broadcasts like Eddie puts on, like Intensity puts on for us. If it wasn't for y'all, donating, time and money to this, then we we wouldn't have the ability to let our families back home watch these races, and we really appreciate it and hope for your continued support. And Eddie, once again, just thank you, man, and hope to talk to you again soon.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate the love and definitely want to echo that Garrett said. Definitely, a lot of people put a lot of effort into this. A lot of time goes into this stuff, and there's so many people to thank. But definitely want to thank Griff running the show and all the admins who take care of it. Brandon Wallace uh, watching from his van in the communication room. So everybody that was bad tonight, he's got the he's got the belt ready. But yeah, missed him tonight, but he does a good job of this series. A lot of fun, no BS. Just does what he needs to do to keep it clean, and so far it's put on some of the best racing. But yeah, just wanna thank everybody for watching. Want to thank everybody that puts a lot of time in it. Tennessee's got a new store. So if you want to get some gear, some gear of your favorite series, whether it be Intensity, you want to get some Thunderstruck gear, you want to get your original Rebels, whatever, show your support. Intensity, go check their store out. A lot of cool stuff. They're going to be giving a free item out to a winner of a few champions this year, which is really cool. They don't have to do that. So really neat. So definitely go check that out. But as far as from Rebel Racing Network, I'm Eddie Smith, and glad to have y'all watching. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Definitely anything that we can do better, anything you like, you don't like, let us know. We'll are always trying to improve, get better. And but as far as the racing goes, it always seems to be pretty damn good. So we'll see y'all next week, and tomorrow night we'll see you on Intensity for the Cup Series, and I think that'll be pretty interesting to see. So we'll see you then. Y'all have a good night.